Alright guys, BigPoppa T-Mo here. Welcome back, episode 13, Farm Sim No Man's Land. The struggle-ish map. We have made a whole bunch of marshmallows, and it is time to start picking them up and putting them someplace so that they're out of the way. We're going to go ahead and use this lovely loading trailer we have for the round bales. We're going to pick all these bad boys up, and then we got to figure out where we want to put them. The question is, are we going to put them back over there, or are we going to put them off to the side here? I'm leaning a little bit more towards off to the side here. But we could also put them down by the actual shed that we have, and then it would be out of the way for as much plowing as we wanted to do. Now, we are very limited in our cash right now. We're back down to $12,625. We've been utilizing the logging to pretty much pay all of our bills and buy all of our stuff. Oh, I think we're actually doing fairly well at the moment. We are still leasing the Rodney. We're going to have to figure out what we want to do about the logging operation, whether or not we want to continue on over here a little bit before moving over to the other section of land that we have purchased, or if we want to just go ahead and move everything over. We'll worry about that in a little while. Now, I do want to pick this one up along the fence line. Let's get that out of the way. Now we're going to need to store these guys for 2 cycles so that they can ferment into silage, because right now they are just grass bales. Grass bales are not worth that much money. Go around and pick up these guys, and we'll take another look and figure out what we want to do with them. Thinking it's probably going to be better to put them down by the shed, down at the lower end of the property. Now this trailer holds 24 of these, and once fermented they'll all be worth about $1,000 a piece. So that's a pretty decent haul just off of grass. Silage is definitely one of the ways to go to make money. Alright, so our options are there, there, or down there. I'm thinking down there is going to be... that's going to be the best. Now we are going to need to just pick these back up in the future, so we don't want to put them someplace where we can't get to them very easily. So I'm thinking we're just going to make a couple rows right over here. Be out of the way, still be able to get back into them. Go ahead and unload those there. Boop. Of course it would pop one off. Alright. There we go. Let this reset itself. There we go. And I did forget to get a little bit of the grass over here. That's okay. And we no longer have a baler. Sold the last baler to buy this trailer. And then we're going to get the Vicon Fast Bale to replace it. Just didn't quite like the way the other one operated. It wasn't bad, but the lack of a hopper on it, the fact that you could outpace it, kind of bothers me. Oop. Trying to pick these guys up a little too fast. So apparently when you get close enough to these things, they start rolling again. It's looking like we're gonna have 2 full loads and then a little bit extra. Not too shabby. A little bit more than $50,000 worth of silage when we're done. That'll pay for the trailer. Get us halfway back to purchasing the fast bale. Now that we've cut the grass, we can see where Alien Jim left the road. Now I do need to see, I have not yet checked with FS22 as to whether or not the rollers would return that back to its original state. We're gonna have to test that out. Not sure how much the meadow rollers cost, but we will find out shortly. I prefer to keep the roads originally where Alien Jim put them on the map. It's just a personal preference. You can put your roads wherever you want. It's just a little quirky thing with me. Alright, let's go ahead and unload these guys here. Through that first bale again. Little marshmallow cluster. Alright, I think that's all of those. Put this back into the transporting position. We're going to park this thing right here. Alright, let's take a look at the rollers. Don't remember if they put them in grassland care. Meadow roller Vario. It's 16,500. What is this thing exactly? So that's an actual grass roller. This is the one I'm used to using. I don't have $16,000 right now. But that is what we want. So we're going to have to make a little bit of money. So I think it's time to cut down some more trees. Alright, we'll still set to 6 meters. That's perfect. Okay, that's the edge of our property right there. Get these guys out of the way. We're not even on it. Always takes me a moment to get back used to using these things. Alright, this big one should be mine. Whoops. Yeah, we're kind of limited in the number of big trees over here. Ooh. A little too much extension on that one. See if we can get this other big one. Don't have access to that land, so that is not ours. That's a shame. Yeah, so we are pretty limited on the number of large trees we currently have access to. We'll get what we can. These poor deer are probably getting upset with me. Although they don't seem to mind, they're just chilling out in the background there. Alright, we're gonna grab this last one over here. It is gonna leave a couple stragglers, but that's okay. We will have gotten the majority of the worthwhile timber. I'm actually going to go ahead and move the Rotney over. Get it out of the way. And prepare that for moving over to the other area. Now we have a couple pieces of timber right here. Run away, deer. Let's go grab those real quick. Just so we don't forget them. That one turns sideways. Might have to do a little trimming. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Alright, I believe that's all of the pieces. That'll do for here. Now I do see two other pieces. There's a stick right there and a stick over there. Might have to go and acquire those. Question is, can we find them? Alright, here's this one. And here's this one. Both relatively small. Didn't have to turn on the strong farmer to pick those up. But we're definitely going to need it now because we got some big chunks to do. Not a ton of timber in here, but there should be enough to get what I'm trying to get. This is definitely not a get-rich load, for sure. But as long as we can get that meadow roller, I'll be happy. I feel that's the next step in our progress. Poppa. These guys are being a little twitchy. There's actually more wood here than I thought there was. Oh, looks like that one finally rolled down. Oop. That's not a good spot. Here we go. That'll be better. That's gooder. Alright, whoop, there's still one. I was going to say I think that's it, but apparently I was wrong. Alright, strap some of these bad boys down. Last thing we need to do is lose a load of timber on the way back to the shop. Alright. Let's go ahead and take these and sell them. We're not making bad progress. It is a little slow going for sure, but we kind of knew that that would be the case with this. We got all the bales picked up and set off to the side. That's good. We got a load of timber. We should have enough to buy the meadow roller. That's good. Now the only question I have is, I wonder if I can hook up the meadow roller to the back of these trailers. Or do I have to make a separate run? We'll find out shortly though. Only need about $4 grand for the meadow roller. I think we got more than that on here in wood. Saving content. Game is paused. Now we also own 22. So we are going to be moving over there with our timber operations. In the very near future, because we are going to need more money. We are going to need more money before long at all. Because that's just the name of the game. Need more money. Alright, got 2 trailers on there. $11,691 worth of timber. Not too shabby. Boop. Found the wall. Oh my goodness, T-Mo, what are you doing? Getting stuck. That was almost 9 grand. Not too shabs. Alright, so we needed to go to... Oh shoot, where was it? It was under grassland care. Then we want to get the meadow roller. I would not be surprised if this does not hook up to the back of that trailer, but I'm also not going to be super surprised if it does. Let's see what we got going on here. We are just going to power this thing over. We're not going to try and back up to it because that would just be silly. Oh my goodness, it did pick up the metal roller. Alright, look at that. We don't have to make a special trip for delivery. That's awesome. That's awesome. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this episode. This has been episode 13. If you guys like what you saw, make sure you give it a thumbs up. You might want to subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't already, hit that notification, get notified when BigPoppaTMo uploads new content or goes live. Till next time, go plow your own damn fields.